Hello, Heather Broadbent here. Very excited to teach you today the G string notes and how to read these notes from the staff to the violin. Okay, G string notes can be a challenge. Over the years of my teaching, I have found a lot of students have a real difficult time reading the G string notes. A lot of times these students are transfer students from coming to me, and they studied certain books that never really taught them G string notes. They didn't know how to read G string notes, and if you don't learn these G string notes early in your violin career, your violin journey, they can be a little problematic, a little troublesome. So if you fall into that category, what you need to do is do some serious study on G string notes. Get out every single piece of music that you can find that focuses on G string notes, etudes, and books. I Can Read Music. William Starr's Adventures for Music Reading is excellent. Page 22, I think in volume 1, is the page that, it might be volume 2, but I don't remember which volume, but definitely check it out and work that out, okay? To get really familiar with the G string notes. Now, if you're a brand new newbie, then you know you're not going to have any problems because you're learning the G string notes right now, okay? So the G string notes, here we go. This is what open G looks like, okay? He's below the staff. He has ledger lines here. If you don't know what ledger lines are, definitely check out the ledger line video, okay? So the ledger lines are basically extensions of the staff. These ledger lines hang out below the staff, and you could also have ledger lines above the staff, okay? So we have a ledger line here and a ledger line here. Two ledger lines. This open G is a space note. He doesn't sit on the ledger line, he hangs below the ledger line, okay? So this is what open G looks like. So when you see this, you just play your open G. Fairly simple. Okay, so that's G. That's our open G. Okay, now if you needed to figure out how to know the name of this note, you know that the bottom line is E because of your Every Good Boy Does Fine, okay? Then you just work backwards. E, D, C is the line, B is below the line, A is the line, G is the line, okay? So this is open G. All right, so after open G, we have A, okay? How do we know it's A? One, we're going up the scale, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, no H's. You go back to the beginning, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's one way. The other way, count backwards again. You know this is E. This line is E because of our Every Good Boy Does Fine. E, the space below that is D. This ledger line here is C. Then underneath that is B. Then the line is A. Okay, so this is A. How do we play this A on the violin? Very simple. It's just first finger on the G string. Okay, so we have our open G and A. Okay, so that's first finger on the G string, this A. All right, the next note is B. And good old B. A to B, it's a whole step. They don't touch. If this was a B flat, they would touch. But it's a whole step. A to B is a whole step. So how do you play that B? Second finger on the G string. Okay, so the G and the B can be kind of confusing when you're first learning them because they look similar. But remember, the G has two ledger lines, the B only has one. So the B hangs out beneath that one ledger line. Okay, now we come up to here. This is our C. You can figure this out. Again, this line is E, go backwards, E, D, C. Okay, you can figure it out that way. This C is also middle C on the piano. If you're a pianist and need to know some relations between the instruments, this is middle C on the piano, okay? How do we play that C on the violin? Easy. Third finger on the G string. Okay, so up until now we have G, A, B, C. A and C are the line notes. They sit on the lines, and G and B are the space notes. They sit below the ledger line, okay? So I'll play again from G to C, okay? So we have our open G, our A, B, and our C, okay? Now, the last note here, you should know this. This is good old open D. You've already learned the D string notes at this point, so you know this is D. So you can play it as open D, or, I'm sure you already know by now, 4 on the G string. Okay, so we have 4 on the G string. That's D. Same pitch as your open D. Okay, so we have our open G, A, B, C, and D. Okay, so these are the G string notes. Like I said, they can be a little troublesome, a little problematic, so just do some extra study on these notes to get really used to them visually, so you can immediately say, hey, this is a G, this is a B, this is a A, this is a C. Okay, get really familiar with the notes, and you will be golden on your violin journey. Remember, until I see you again, happy practicing, and be true, be you, be.